Elliot Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Happy Pride Month. How's your Pride Month going so far?
Colorful.
Man, it's great, isn't it?
A lot of pride.
It's been terrific.
A lot of pride.
Lots and lots and lots of pride about the way some people have sexual relations with other people.
Less than a month left in celebrations.
Oh, no. Really? Don't say that. Don't spoil it.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
we
sorry.
still have, 23 days left? Including today. So, yeah, we got some time.
Excellent.
We got some time to really kick this thing into gear, because it hasn't yet. And it'll be fun when it's in full swing. Wouldn't it?
Yes, it will
fun?
be.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. We welcome Jeffy to the program today because he's going to be doing Chewing the Fat very shortly. Got that going for us. 200 groups have demanded that Target restock their trans items, which is, that's great.
I didn't know that they actually took them out of the stores. I thought
Some.
they just moved them to the back.
I think some were taken out. And then others were just taken to the back of the store.
Bastards.
I know, right? The hate, the bigotry. What's the matter with people? You don't rejoice when you see trans items for children? You don't like that? What are you talking about? What's the
We
matter?
got more
with you?
news on Target as well, which is very exciting.
Yeah, some of the execs are trying to get, some of the Target executives are trying to get Mount Rushmore shut down. Why? It's a symbol of white supremacy, of course. So sick of it.
How long we've been
so
saying
sick of
it?
Well, forever. Since it was carved
Since
into
they were
the side of the mountain.
chiseling that mountain.
Yeah. Wait, how many gay presidents are up there? How many trans presidents
Well,
are up there?
I don't know that they were out at the time.
Right, that's the thing. How they should be open and honest about it. Which, speaking of that, I guess there's a documentary from Discovery coming out soon
Oh, good.
about Abe Lincoln being gay.
All right.
Awesome.
I can't believe it took this long, to have the documentary. That's what I'm surprised
So James
about.
Buchanan is feeling a little left out.
Yeah.
Like, why doesn't he get credit for being the first gay president?
Right.
Because he was.
And, he's generally considered the worst president by historians.
Well, that's hate. That's homophobic.
So they don't want to claim him, I think, in some respects. But Abe Lincoln, I think they'll claim
Yeah,
it.
they would like
Abe
to claim
Lincoln.
that.
So that'll be great. Yeah.
So he was just Abe there claiming. I can't wait for this
Yeah,
documentary.
we'll
I'd
look
like
for
to
that,
see
yeah.
how they get to it. So the wife was
What, bro?
he was married.
She was
You
a
gotta
beard.
wait. You gotta wait for it.
She was a beard. The wife was a beard.
Boy,
a beard.
A beard.
Could have done a little better.
You don't know that term?
Okay, so the
Yeah,
wife
it's
was
to
a
cover
beard.
up the
a
fact
cover.
that,
Okay,
it's
okay,
to cover up
yeah,
the
yeah.
fact that he's gay. Of course. I mean, it was.
And I guess that's why she struggled with mental health all those
Probably.
years, knowing that she was
Married to a
the
gay
gay
husband.
guy. Yeah,
Wow.
Man, oh man.
kind of writes itself.
I was
It
going to say,
does,
we've already
doesn't it?
done Discovery's
Kinda
work
writes
for them.
itself.
Yeah. So on Monday, it was revealed that Target, through its charitable foundation, overseen by the company's top financial executives, has financially supported an organization advocating for the closure and redistribution of U.S. sovereign territory, including landmarks like Mount Rushmore. According to Fox News Digital, the Land Back Group, backed by Target, views such landmarks as representations of white supremacy
There it is.
and aims to demilitarize what they perceive as aggressive U.S. military. Additionally, this beneficiary endorses the dismantling of Israel's Jewish identity via the Palestinian law of return.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
This is where your money goes when you
Wow. When you shop at Target.
shop at Target.
Congratulations. Man. They also promote the application of economic pressure measures, such as boycotts, of course, and sanctions against Israel.
So this is money that Target gives to a Foundation. This is
and it has the goal of advocating for Palestine's liberation.
All right, that's good stuff.
Yeah, that's terrific.
These people, man.
I can't take it.
These people.
The Target Foundation's webpage reflected that it funded the NDN Collective in 2022, a South Dakota-based nonprofit with a revenue stream that's reached as high as $50 million plus.
We are in the wrong business.
That's for sure.
If you have some sort of progressive woke cause, oh yeah, you could raise millions for it. NDN operates with a racial equity lens. Who doesn't? I mean, is there anything we look at that we don't see through the racial equity lens? I don't think so.
Not in today's world.
No, and specifically this show.
Right.
And we as people are always using the racial equity lens.
I mean, in fairness, we often refer to it as the REL.
Well, yes. Yes. Because we're so familiar with it that everybody here knows what that means. And it's dedicated to building indigenous power through organizing, activism, philanthropy, grant making, and narrative change.
You got to get the narrative change in there.
Yep.
Right?
NDN identifies as intersectional, which is an idea coined by a critical race theorist, Kimberly Crenshaw, holding that America is inborn with structurally racist and misogynistic systems. Mm-hmm. How many times have we said that?
I know, that's why we should get some of this grant money.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That they're offering, because this show is nothing but looking at the world through racial equity lens, which means we should get the grant money, like, 100% of it.
Yeah.
100% of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got that right.
Man.
Yeah, amazing. But I mean, that's what we do is, like when the show's over every day, we spend the next 22 hours just coming up, going through the news and prep. And as a matter of fact, as we've mentioned, Chris Cruz, new member of the team here, he's been sending me stuff. And I reply back with REL ?
Thank
you. He needs to be, it needs to be explained to him. Look, if it doesn't fit
the racial equity lens,
right, then I don't want that in the prep, bro.
Yeah, we're not talking about
don't even waste our time. Don't even waste our time.
Get that message, Chris? REL. Okay? I'm tired of replying with that same phrase.
So, yeah, this is good. And we're, of course, the extremists. The Human Rights Campaign, along with GLAAD, and the controversial GLSEN, GLSEN, released a statement asking Target and other businesses, including Bud Light, Brewer, Anheuser-Busch, to reject and speak out against the anti-LGBTQ plus extremism going on into Pride Month. There's just too much of it, But Target has lost $14 billion in market value since it was revealed that the chain was selling tuck-friendly women's bathing suits.
So there may be a little bit less money headed over to Landmark as of today.
Maybe. Anheuser-Busch lost more than $15 billion since the Dylan Mulvaney fiasco. So all of this comes as Stephen Miller's America First Legal is demanding Target turn over all corporate books and records detailing its promotion of LGBTQ products and its decline in market value. Wow. I mean,
good luck getting that.
Yeah. Did you see though? There's an actual female swimmer from the University of Pennsylvania swim team. It's come forward now.
Another one, right?
I guess she was in Matt Walsh's movie, but they had her disguised, and now she's just completely open about it. She wants people to know that, she wasn't all about the men competing against the women thing.
Yeah, she also is backing up the fact that they were saying, they were telling them, just
be quiet about it. Yeah.
But you hush up about it.
Yep.
And you know how you stop this in its tracks is just if women stopped attending sporting events and just said, you know what, we're not going to compete. Let's say there's a conference tournament and one of the schools has a dude on the team. All the schools should get together and say, we're not showing up.
And when that has happened in the past, it is the school that gets punished.
Right.
That's why everybody has to come together on this.
Right. That's the thing. You just got to be able to take it. Right. You just say, oh well.
Yep. And you've got to support the people who've done it, who've stepped up and said, you know what, we're not going to compete against you this way. It's unfair, it's not right, and we're not doing it. And then the community comes forward and says, yes, good for you. We're with you.
Yes.
We're with you on that. Because everybody right now is right on the left are writing these stories about the right's war on gays during Pride Month. Is there one? Why would the right be fighting back against the gay agenda? I wonder if it could be because the radical gay agenda has redefined gender for us. They're denying that men are men and women are women. They've assaulted our children with every kind of perversion you can imagine. They've changed our language. They've changed our pronouns. They've attacked women in sports. They've ignored women's rights. They've endangered women and girls in bathrooms and locker rooms. They've endangered them in prisons where women have been raped by men in women's prisons. They have literally denied science, biology, and reality.
I mean, they took Michelle Obama to heart.
Yeah, changing everything.
You aren't lying, man.
Yeah.
They took her to heart and followed it down that path.
Yeah, they absolutely did. And
Barack knows that we are going to have to make sacrifices. Mm-hmm. We are going to have to change our conversation.
Sure.
We're going to have to change our traditions, our history. We're going to have to move into a different place.
Man, tell me that has not happened, because it absolutely has.
Kidding.
Yeah,
it has absolutely happened.
Yeah, and to that end, we had a federal judge yesterday saying, quote, gender identity is real, and then ruling against the Florida ban on, chemical castration and
for children,
changing the
teenagers.
sex of kids. Yeah, down in Florida.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
And then there is a weird. I don't understand.
Would you hush up?
Yeah. Just keep quiet.
Yeah, I was looking for something else here. There's some sort of youth event in Indianapolis today that parents aren't even allowed to attend. It's a youth carnival, and
that's another thing. They've squashed parental rights.
I'm a fan of carnivals.
You like carnivals?
I do. I like carnivals.
And there's a carnival, Keith?
You're gonna let your kid go to this? The Indiana Youth Group Youth Carnival right there, ages 12 to 20. I mean, does this not
looks fun?
Does this not scream Groomer Central? And where's this thing here? Parents will be invited to participate in other activities off-site.
Off-site.
Or encouraged to explore the city. No, I'm gonna hang out with my kid.
Yeah.
I mean, if you let your kid go to this,
my kid's not going. It's not. They're not going.
Are they having rides and stuff? Cotton candy or anything at the carnival? Or
I'm sure. I mean, boy, there's a lot of tents here. There's a Ferris wheel in the drawing. I don't know all the stuff here.
What kind of ride you're talking about?
That's what I mean. REL, remember? My goodness. I mean, this is just, this is a grooming event
Parents
if there ever was
encouraged
one.
to be elsewhere.
Yeah, to be off-site.
Yeah. In other words, we're gonna throw a big old fun event based on sexual preference, and only children are allowed to attend.
Outrageous. It's outrageous.
Hell.
I mean, we've got to stop this. We will lose everything, including our very civilization.
Yes.
If we don't stand up right now, yes, with love in our hearts and truth on our side, we have to stand up and say, enough. Not one more inch. Not one. This is enough, and we're not taking any more of it. And if we don't do that, it's over for us. It's just absolutely over. So I'm very hopeful and prayerful that we wake up here. Talk about being woke. We need to be that kind of woke. We need to wake up to what is happening and say enough. And I don't care what you call me. And because you're going to be called names.
Sure.
It's going to be twisted around on you. And you're going to be the bad guy. This is, I've said it a billion times, it's the Isaiah 5:20 time where everything good is made to seem bad and everything bad is made to seem good. So they will turn it around on you, and you will be the evil one, trying to suppress people and hold them back and take away their rights and oppress them, and you're a fascist. Shut up. Shut up. I mean, this is no longer America. We got a story about a guy being arrested for reading a Bible passage. Jeez. Was it Pennsylvania?
Well,
Pennsylvania.
he was hollering.
He was
shouting.
Okay.
The passage.
Back. Oh,
okay.
no. Oh, no.
So
how many decibels?
Get your facts right.
Did he exceed the community limits on decibels?
He did according to the officer.
Okay. All right. Well, then it's probably fine. It's probably fine. Don't worry about it. Sit back down. Don't stand up. Wow. All right. Let me take a minute. Tell you about Birch Gold Group. Will Congress allow the U.S. to default on its debt? Well, we know the answer to that. It is no. But they have kicked the can down the road again for the billionth time. It's actually literally 79 times now. 79 times.
Jeez.
So, times like these are a great reminder to diversify a portion of your savings into gold. And you can do that with the help of Birch Gold. Here's the easiest way to do it. Birch Gold will help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, and you don't pay a penny out of pocket. As BRICS, the group of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, as they band together against the dollar, more and more central banks are diversifying. You know what they're buying? I'll give you a hint. Gold. So
I almost said that.
Didn't see that one coming.
Almost said that.
I know. Surprise! So follow their lead. Text PAT to 989898. Get your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation. Just get the information and figure out whether or not you want to diversify some of your portfolio. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have thousands of happy customers. Birch Gold can protect your savings too. Text PAT to 989898. Do it. Take action today. PAT to 989898.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right.
Have a big announcement.
All right.
Yes, breaking news.
Okay.
Okay. Are you excited?
I'm very.
I am.
About an hour ago,
Yeah.
Mike Pence announced he's officially running for president.
Yay! Oh. I thought we were supposed to be happy.
Yeah. Suddenly we're at a WNBA game, right there in the old arena.
I mean, I'm surprised that the exploratory committee came through for him.
Yeah. Well, are you? Because I knew they would. Are you kidding me? How many people are like, yes, Mike Pence, yes, you should run for president. You've got my vote.
Hold on. Can I get the drum roll again? We got more breaking.
All right.
More breaking
wow.
news. Yeah, it just came across here. This announcement will be made official tomorrow. But it's already leaked out because we were clamoring, and you just can't hold back great news like this. That North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum gonna run for president of the
Finally.
No, it's Doug Burgum.
Not a joke.
Stunjinson.
Let me ask you a question.
Steinberg.
I hadn't heard that name until this morning.
I want to ask you a
had no
question.
idea who the governor of North Dakota was.
If you were to be asked who the governor of North Dakota was
No way.
prior to this huge announcement,
Right.
Nope, wouldn't know.
No, I would have said play the crickets.
Doug Burgum. Burgumentum.
I'm sure he's a fine, right. I'm sure he's a fine governor.
I'm sure.
Burgumentum.
Man.
Fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Let's not lose that phrase right there.
Right.
Burgumentum.
So.
Oh, no.
And then yesterday we had the incredible news. The big news, emphasis on the word big, that Chris Christie is running for president.
I appreciate the way you use the term big, but go ahead.
What do you mean? He was just stating a fact.
What do you mean? It's big news.
The former governor.
Right.
Big news.
right.
Big, like really big news.
Yeah.
Woo.
You know I'm not fat shaming here. We don't tolerate that on this
I didn't
show.
The
even-
line is
Yeah,
drawn
we're-
on this
I didn't
show, I
connect
thought.
I know. It is. There's a line in the sand. We don't cross it, my friend.
Connect those
That's what I
dots.
thought.
at all.
No.
See, that's how serious we are about not fat shaming on this program. So let me eat. So Mike Pence, Doug Burgum, Mentum, and Chris Christie.
Yeah. Whew.
Now, how much would you pay?
Wow.
What an exciting week for the Republican Party.
But wait, there's more. Don't forget Asa Hutchinson.
Oh, yeah.
You don't sleep on him.
And what's her face is in, right?
Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley.
And then Tim Scott.
Tim
Scott. I like Tim Scott, though.
Okay. All right. You got that Ron DeSantis fella.
Oh, yeah.
The Donald Trump guy.
The Donald Trump guy.
So that's 8. I think there's
Vivek,
right? Oh, yeah. It's 9.
Who did you say just now?
Vivek?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Vivek Ramaswamy.
We already had one get out, Larry Hogan. He did the hokey pokey.
Wait, what?
He put one foot in and took it right back out.
Out of here.
Yeah, he did the poke.
Oh, my gosh. What happened?
About. Well, that's what it's all about.
Well, he heard that Doug Burgum was...
yeah. Oh. When he found that out, he's like...
Saber rattling, and he's I ain't messing with that cat.
I'll wait till next time.
I'll say this, my man Jim Gilmore is not in yet. And,
but wow, when he gets in...
Thank you.
How exciting will it then be?
Behind him 100%.
Yeah.
So Mike Pence announced on Twitter. He didn't even...
Well, that's where he hangs out because he's so hip.
Yeah, that's right. And funny.
And great.
Boy,
have you ever heard a Mike Pence joke? Tell a joke. I bet they're good.
I bet they are.
They're good.
I bet they are.
I bet they're fun.
I bet they are. You're right.
I bet, man.
He's not a show-off, so he doesn't like to, do it a lot in public. But he's got his insiders rolling all the time. All the time.
Yeah, you want to see a little piece of the big announcement from Chris Christie yesterday?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is fun. This is good stuff.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And it was about our country and its future. And I wondered what our choice was going to be.
Uh-oh.
We're going to be small.
Are those real people
Gonna be small?
Or are we going to be big?
Gonna be big.
Well, I think you've answered that question.
Choice has been made.
All right.
Going big.
I think he's already answered that one.
Yeah.
What are you asking a question that's so obvious for?
But apparently, the word that he really liked for that whole announcement that he leaned on more than any other was the word small. So I don't know. I don't know what was up with that.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, Greg Price put a montage of all the times Chris Christie used the word small. Apparently there's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't realize this.
We're going to be small, smaller, and smaller. And smaller in every way. Smaller in the way. Smaller is getting smaller. Being small. Smaller and smaller. Smaller and smaller. Voldemort. Smaller. Smaller.
I know.
So
can't be real, right?
Small.
Look at, they're all unique.
Are those separate smalls?
Yes.
Wow.
Everybody online was talking about how he went to the Kamala Harris School of Speech Writing and was using the word small. And a lot of people noticed that last night.
Including Donald Trump, who posted on Truth Social. He truthed.
Yeah, he truthed.
How many times did Chris Christie use the word small? Does he have a psychological problem with size? Actually, his speech was small and not very good. It rambled all over the place, and nobody had a clue what he was talking about. Hard to watch, boring. But that's what you get from a failed governor, New Jersey, who left office with a 7% approval rating and then got run out of New Hampshire. This time, it won't be any different. Is that true? Was his approval rating 7%?
Certainly not.
But 7? I've never seen that.
Right, but I mean...
I don't think Ted Bundy had a 7% approval rating.
But think of Trump. Trump will make these outrageous claims on the surface, and then when you go and fact check them, they're like, "Oh my gosh, look at this poll where Chris Christie had only 7%."
Yeah, there was.
I bet there was
one poll during the traffic emails sent days. I bet
maybe
where it was down to nothing. Yeah.
Jeez. Wow.
I'm gonna look that up.
That's awesome.
But this race just heated up.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the Dougmentum already.
That was a curveball I didn't see coming.
The Bergamentum that is taken over America. And I'll bet he's rocketed out of the gate from zero, because nobody expected him to run yet. I bet he went from 0 to 0.0001 overnight, almost overnight.
We should think about actually getting in the race if it means that we get some big pot of money.
No kidding, bro.
Uh-huh.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
I'm going to go ahead and get started on my exploratory committee.
You're actually not supposed to use that money that you collect, however, for your personal benefit.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know.
How dare you?
Well, you're talking about getting piles of money.
Yeah, to run.
You can't use them.
To run for office.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah.
I've got people that I'll employ to help me run for office.
Chris Cruz has found a poll that says Chris Christie was definitely as low as 15%. Who knows? Maybe within the margin of error, it's 7. So that's bad.
You got to wonder where Trump gets his information sometimes.
But still, 15%?
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I think when Nixon left office, he was at 21 or 23, somewhere in there. I mean, even Richard Nixon, after that scandal, after Watergate.
I want to know what Doug Bergamentum, what his
approval rating is. In North Dakota?
Uh-huh.
I bet it's around 100%. How could you not love Doug Bergamentum?
The governor of the great state of North Dakota.
Yeah.
70%?
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
He's got 70 of the 100 people that live there. That's pretty good.
By the way, here's what he looks like. I mean, not that I need to share with you guys.
No, I mean, don't insult our intelligence.
It's the audience. The audience
learned
needs
his
to know.
name.
There might be somebody who.
There is Doug Bergamentum.
Handsome devil, isn't he?
Isn't he?
Yeah,
Right?
he is.
Right, look at that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Good looking cat.
Yes, that's nice.
Yeah.
Good looking man.
Sunglasses. Look at that. They or
Sure.
whatever.
All right.
Where were the sunglasses?
I thought they were self-tinting. I thought those were those hip. Remember the 80s? You'd get those glasses and you'd step outside and they would auto tint.
They're still around today.
I thought that's what they were, but
I think people still wear those.
Oh, really?
They do.
Oh, I haven't seen them in a while.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, 93% among his own party.
Oh wow.
Doug Bergamentum.
He's doing a heck of a job in North Dakota.
This is to get him noticed for down the road. Yeah.
Well, that's usually If you know that you have no chance, and he is one of those who has no chance, it's to raise your profile.
He's got to get
and
that.
maybe get a cabinet position or something. Burgum wouldn't get like a vice president opportunity because he brings nothing to the ticket.
Well,
but maybe you're Secretary of Agriculture or something.
Yeah, hold your horses, sir.
Okay.
What he does bring are 3 electoral votes from the state of North Dakota.
About the 3
population
electoral
hotbed
votes.
of North Dakota.
Yeah, there's probably close to 700,000 people there. 800,000. How many people in North Dakota? I'll bet it's under 1 million.
I just said 100 earlier.
It's got to be under 1 million.
Is
but
that not
literally under 1 million people.
774.
Yeah.
What'd I tell you?
948.
Okay. All righty then.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Less people than, live in
my
Fort
neighborhood,
Worth, Texas proper. Than your neighborhood. Yeah, exactly. The other day we showed you the Kansas City Chiefs being honored at the White House. Did you see the kicker, Harrison Butker's pro-life tie? This is kind of fun.
Very cool.
People are kind of speculating that he was trolling the president just a tad. And, okay, there it is. There's Butker.
See?
Right just to the right of Biden in the background there.
We're looking for anything.
And what is
looking for anything.
In Latin, it reads vulnere presidio, which means protect the vulnerable.
Okay, and he's alleging that the unborn are vulnerable? What a kook. What a nut job.
I mean, good
what are you talking about? You're taking away a woman's right to choose to murder her baby? What a maroon. Oh, man.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
I mean,
That's really cool.
We are looking
good
for anything.
Him. Yes, we are.
We are looking
we'll take
for
a win
we'll take a
we can
guy
get
in
one.
the second row with a tie.
You betcha. I'll take it.
I know.
I will take it. All right, 888-900-3393. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. We'll continue to try to claw at it next.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got a couple of tweets to share. Bob Corona tweets. So if Jeffy were to identify as thin, wouldn't that make him trans slender?
Oh, that's
Think
cute.
about it.
I like that.
That's really good.
Also be a lot.
I like that. Would you be trans slender then?
Well, yes.
Yes, right. And we'd all have to acknowledge,
Thank you.
Jeffy's thin. That's how he identifies, so he is.
Thank you.
To quote Jeffy, would we? No, not doing it.
Pathead T tweets, FYI, pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. Interesting.
Is it still, though?
Celebrate one of the 7 deadly sins, as Stu pointed out on Glenn's show the other day, for a full month.
Is it still?
Yeah.
Is it still one of the 7 deadly
Well,
sins?
if there were any sins anymore, but there aren't. There's no such thing as
When
sin
is
now.
Gluttony Month?
Yeah, that's
Jeffy?
coming.
Jeffy,
it's
when
coming.
is Gluttony Month?
Stu suggested November because that's when we can't stop eating.
Yeah.
I like it.
You got one.
Yeah, I like it.
That's good.
Jeffy for president tweets. This is your own account, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why he was over there typing.
Yes.
I'm sure the Abe Lincoln documentary will reveal his favorite store was Target. We're just wondering if Target's going to cave into these 200 groups, and my guess is yes.
Oh,
big
absolutely.
Time. Big time.
Those big red balls out in front of Target, those are going to be rainbow balls. Guaranteed,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, the big red Target will be a big rainbow Target soon.
How about all
And
those
it'll
stores
be
have those giant...
Target Pride. Yeah, and they have the balls up front.
Well, I mean, obviously, all these corporate logos
Target Pride.
are rainbow colored online.
Right.
And if you don't change it on your storefront, then you're not committed to the
you're
cause.
a bigot.
And
you're a hater.
Are you all in
You're
or
a
not, Target?
transphobe. Right. Right. Let's see it. Dan the Man tweets, who's Mike Pence?
Yeah, man.
Was that Trump? Was that a truth?
I did like Trump yesterday saying that Chris Christie will eat Ron DeSantis' lunch.
That's funny.
Yeah,
now that's funny. I like that.
Yep.
You know, do you remember though Mike Pence back in the day when he first was in Congress? Not first, but I mean he started to be making a name for himself in Congress before he became governor of Indiana, and he was awesome. He was really good. He's really well spoken because he came from talk radio. He was really good, and I liked him. And I thought, you know, who should run for president is Mike Pence. Well, he ruined that, but it's amazing how these people change, and your perception of them changes over time.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, Christie was a superstar in 2009, and then we started finding out, no.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh.
No. No. It was too
I mean,
bad.
it was a fun ride.
It was.
But boy,
It really was.
It came to a...
Marco Rubio at one point, I thought, okay, maybe.
Marco's a good guy, though.
He's a good guy.
I like Marco, and he's still... I think he came out charred, but not completely burned from the Trump fire.
And I love Ted Cruz, but
Trump, I mean,
for
he got
president,
burned.
he got burned.
He got burned hard.
He did.
I mean,
Trump burned him to the ground.
He's still recovering from those burns.
Yeah. Yep. Rock and Roll G-Mom tweets, the only way this pride gay grooming starts is with the parents. I think it's the new in thing for parents to bring their kids to drag events and make them think they're the opposite sex. It's 1,000% the parents' fault. This crap is happening. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get to chewing with Jeffy. Chewing the fat.
There it is.
And it starts
There.
in just 15 minutes after this music is finally...
Yeah, have we ever time? Like, how long is this, Lance? Tell me how long this card is.
I think it's literally a minute, right? Is it more than that?
Wow, that's...
Is it more than a minute?
No, can't.
That's a valuable time.
That's valuable time.
It's a minute
Yeah.
long, yeah. Wow.
We do my
We
contract.
did a poll. Now, we did declare it to be non-binding, but so far it has bound us.
It has bound us.
Should we edit it? Should we shorten it? Should we not play the whole thing anymore?
What we've said and what's happening are two different things.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Okay. And
which one of those primates is you, though, on the screen?
No, you can't tell. It's
there's
just
no way to tell.
Side by side. Yeah,
it's
you
like
can't
the
tell.
metric system.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no way to tell.
One is an older photo because I'm smoking.
Got it. Yeah.
And here's Chewing the Fat with Jeffy.
So it's World Food Safety Day, so go out and celebrate by eating some safe food today.
Which would be, that includes what kind of
any food that's not poison.
Okay.
Any food that's not
All right.
poison.
Okay.
Just the UN wants you to be aware that people get sick from food all over the world every day.
Go eat bugs.
So, just World Food Safety Day.
Yay.
Have fun. Yeah.
All right.
Under the heading America Today, that's pretty much the whole show, actually. The Georgia Department of Driver Services, which is something to think about in other states as well, they took to Facebook to remind drivers, hey, why don't you keep your clothes on while taking photos for your digital driver's license and ID, okay? Attention, lovely people of the digital era. Please take pictures with your clothes on when submitting them for your digital driver's license and IDs. Let's raise our virtual glasses and toast to the future. Cheers to technology and keeping it classes. So,
wait, what?
So Georgia residents can use digital driver's license or ID in their Apple Wallet and on iPhone and Apple Watch, according to the website.
Was that Mike Tyson DeGrasse or whatever that guy's name is? Why did they pick him?
I don't know.
Don't get distracted here.
Georgia. That's Georgia. Yeah.
So wait, you can do your own picture there for
for your digital for your digital ID. Yes.
Okay.
So now you can, which speeds up the process at select TSA checkpoints. Now they make a big deal out of saying the digital document does not serve as a replacement for a physical ID. Okay. So other states, Arizona, Delaware, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Oklahoma, Utah, they all are part of the digital ID plan with Apple as well. No word on whether they're having the same issue as Georgia, though. People doing selfies naked for the digital ID.
Wow.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm just saying.
That's surprising. Really? You are not opposed to nudity of any kind? Huh.
I mean, people are just taking selfies for their digital ID. It's still them.
I'm just shocked that you took that stand.
Natural state.
It's still them.
Yeah.
Last year, the state of Utah passed a law that bans pornographic or indecent books in schools, and they're not really alone in that. But Utah School District now has banned what I'm told, I don't know this to be true, is the best-selling book of all time, the King James Bible. The Davis School District in Utah is removing the King James Bible from its elementary and middle schools after a parent complained that it was too violent and vulgar to read by children.
My gosh.
Then later last week, another parent, from the same school district issued a complaint about the Book of Mormon. So they've got that coming down the pipe as well. Jeez. I noticed that some of the people that had lodged the initial complaint talked about the Bible encompasses incest, bestiality, prostitution, genital mutilation, sex toys. They use the word.
We know what they use.
You know
which is, by the way, not a word that's in the Bible.
Really?
Really?
They don't use that in the Bible?
No.
But it said the people complained about it.
I know.
Jeffy's like, I gotta go get back into the scriptures.
Apparently, I didn't read the right King James Bible.
Right.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, getting the Song of Solomon. You want to go right there.
We got strikes going on. We got the Directors Guild of America that represents the film and TV directors said it inked a new deal, a 3-year deal for producers that addresses some of the biggest concerns, AI, gun safety on sets, residuals, and they're looking to vote and make sure that this is okayed through their directors. But don't forget, we still have the writers' strike going on. It's been going on for 5 or 6 weeks. And the actors union, SAG-AFTRA, has authorized a strike. So we've got, people are looking to get, it's all about the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the money and the residuals. Oh, and speaking of walkouts, journalists at the country's largest newspaper chain, who knew they still existed, Gannett, they planned a strike and a walkout because of recent budget cuts as well. So if you are still getting a newspaper that's run by Gannett, they probably aren't going to get it anymore because they'll probably just say,
do you know anybody
bye.
with a newspaper subscription?
No.
Anymore? I don't either.
Not one person.
I don't see them on anybody's lawn in our neighborhood. I mean, it's hard to believe people still subscribe to the newspaper. Why would you do that and waste your time? Right?
I know.
Come on.
I guess they still...
Hello.
It's been a while since I've been inside, a 7-Eleven or something like that, but I guess they still have the newspaper racks up front there,
Probably,
right?
yeah. I haven't noticed, but maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I doesn't make any sense.
I heard it on the news, and I said it was ridiculous, man.
There it is.
That's it.
That's Linda Hopkins. Gotta love her. Be sure to subscribe to my daily show, Chewing the Fat, by the way. It's available wherever you listen to your podcast, Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. So, and remember when, Pat, when the PGA Tour, the pure as the driven snow, the ethically minded PGA Tour was about freedom and human rights, and it was against torture and abuses,
killing journalists,
and sports washing, which is when bad people use the positive of competition to make themselves seem less bad.
Sports washing, I like that term. Yeah,
they didn't want to do.
Yeah, they're against it.
Wanted nothing to do with those bastards that live golf. Nothing.
Right. Well, it's Saudi Arabian owned.
Right.
It is funded by their sovereign wealth fund.
Buddy, less than a year ago, Jay Monahan, the PGA Tour commissioner, was being interviewed by Jim Nance at the Canadian Open.
Okay.
And he was, let's see what he had to say.
Yeah,
about
let's do it.
Let me ask about this. There was a story that was first reported in the New York Post yesterday by Brian Wacker about a 9/11 coalition of families and survivors of the 2001 terrorist attacks. 9/11 Families United sent a letter to the representatives of Phil, Dustin, Bryson, Reed, and others, quote, expressing their outrage towards the golfers for participating in the new league and accusing them of sports washing and betraying the United States, end quote. And that's gotten a lot of steam over the last 24 hours. That story first reported again in the New York Post. How much did you talk to your players about the possible ramifications if they sign on with the new league?
Well, I talked to players. I've talked at a player meeting, and I've talked to a number of players individually for a long period of time. Okay. And I think you'd have to be living under a rock to not know that there are significant implications.
Yeah.
And as it relates to the families of 9/11, I have two families that are close to me that lost loved ones. And so my heart goes out to them. And I would ask, any player that has left or any player that would ever consider leaving, have you ever had to apologize for being a member of the PGA Tour?
No, I don't think they have.
No, they have not.
However, shortly after this interview, Jay moved to under a rock. And he's lived under a rock for the last year, and that's how he was able to justify merging with Liv.
Yeah, those days are over.
Those days are gone.
Long
and
gone.
They don't come back, apparently.
Gone.
Could you believe this happened?
What's that noise? I think that's the Brinks truck. Backing up to the PGA
Backing
Tour.
up. Boop.
Yeah, no doubt. You talk about all about the money.
No wonder Rory McIlroy stopped talking about Liv.
Yeah.
About, I don't know, a couple of months ago, there was a big story. Rory McIlroy refuses to talk about it anymore. I wonder why.
Yeah, this negotiation been going on for about a year now?
They said, they've kept it pretty quiet. We did have
quiet.
We did have reports that they were looking to merge with the European Tour.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think that was
DP World Tour or something.
Yeah, which is part of this deal too.
And it's part of the deal.
Yeah. So I think that was the smoke screen. so that nobody knew that Liv was part of that deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we're doing.
So
the
Phil
European thing.
Mickelson was sort of vindicated yesterday. Right?
Kind of.
I mean, he's been getting garbage and flack, and well, he probably should for the last 2 years about siding with Saudi Arabia.
I mean, they took a beating.
As we said, pretty hard to pass up $200 million.
I mean, Tiger Woods turned down $800 million.
Yeah, he did. But, I mean, he's already probably worth more than that.
I know, but all these guys, some of these guys that stood behind the PGA.
I know.
I
know. And then all of a sudden they cave like this?
Is it going to be worth it in the end? Probably. I mean, the PGA said they listed
what does
yesterday
that mean that they merge? What does
that
mean?
Okay, well, you put up this screen here. The PGA Tour, DP World, and PIF, their investment fund, Live Golf, to combine commercial operations. They want to unify the game of golf. Do they?
So is the tour just going to now include the Live stops and PGA, and you go to whatever you want?
And I think they're going to be two different. I think they're going to be two different things. I don't know. I mean, nobody knows.
I mean, is this
for
like
sure.
the NFL merging with the AFL?
Nobody knows for sure. It might be the bigger events are Live, and the PGA sticks with the classic events.
That's really weird.
Nobody knows for sure, but PIF will make that capital investment to facilitate the growth. The PGA, good for them. The tour is going to remain as a 501c, a tax-exempt organization.
Good.
That's good. We want to make sure that that's clear as they're backing, up the Brinks truck.
Don't make profit out of the golf tour.
We do not want that.
We don't want that.
The PGA retains administrative oversight of the tour, though, but including sanctioning of events. Okay, we'll see.
It's going to be an interesting
I mean, that's
schedule. Think about the time zone difference, and you get over there for a weekend tournament. You're exhausted because it's other time.
I know. And can we, for a second, please stop? I know we do so much beating up on our president, Joe Biden.
Oh no, are you defending him for something?
But I'm just saying, I'm sick of people bashing him over his comment yesterday that he was asked about what he thought about the Live merger with the PGA.
Was he?
I plan on being a PGA.
He's just trying to be.
I plan on what?
Being a PGA.
He plans on being a PGA.
Plans on being a PGA.
Plan on being.
He plans on being a PGA.
That's a quote from the man. I plan on being a PGA.
Yeah, he's just trying to be nice at the.
You plan on being
this guy.
a pro golfers association.
He's being folksy, Pat. He's being just Joe being Joe.
To be friendly. He says, I plan on being PGA.
This guy needs to be in a rest home. I'm sorry.
You?
He
How
needs
dare
to be
you?
in a
He
rest
plans on being a PGA.
Right,
okay?
yeah, I know. But he can't be a PGA.
That's the answer to your question, by the way. A rest home. That's where they have newspapers still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
And so are you. Thank you for being here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We have Sandy in Ohio we need to speak with. Sandy?
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
how are you?
We're good. Thanks for asking. You really concerned, or you just making small talk?
Just making small talk.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought so. I was kind of feeling some of that. But what's up?
Bingo.
Yes, okay. Good. Pretty early in the week, bingo, by the way.
Yes, I was surprised at how many that you had each day.
Right. Yeah. So where did your bingo happen?
Okay, it is diagonal, starting at the first column at the bottom. Nothing makes sense.
Okay.
Then the Earth has a fever.
Right.
I'm not your trained monkey.
Indeed.
Birds aren't real. And Jesse defends Biden.
All right. Which just happened. All right. Well, Sandy, thanks. We're going to get you $30 worth of merchandise from PatGrayShop.com and a dozen cookies from Kexi.com.
I'm looking forward to it. Thanks a lot.
All right. You bet. Thank you for listening. All right. Appreciate it. 888-900-3393. By the way, speaking of Kexi cookies, we have the Father's Day box out now, and there are some new flavors that you really have to try. They are just so incredibly good. My new favorite flavor, and this happens from time to time, is the it's a lemon raspberry lemonade raspberry, I think we're calling it, and it is so good.
How'd you come up with that name, though?
Well, there's lemonade. It's a lemon sort of flavor,
okay,
and then there's a raspberry frosting on top.
Huh.
So it was really stealthily done.
I don't see it.
You
but
can't.
okay.
I know. I know. Lava cake cookie,
okay.
Delicious.
All right.
Peanut butter. There's sugar lemon. There's Texas sheet cake. There's 2 cookie bars for Father's Day that have M&Ms, chocolate chips, Rolos, and Oreos in them.
You're bringing the Rolos back?
Yeah. So you're going to love these. So Keksi.com, KEKSI.com, and I think you're going to dig it. All right. So what fun we've been having this morning, because if there's one thing that's been great so far this year, it's Pride Month. Man, has that been a good time
so far,
hasn't it? So far. And I mean, it's only going to get better. Am I right?
Got a few days.
It's only going to get better.
It's like 30 days of Christmas. Yay!
Right? Think of that. Easter is one day. Christmas is one day. I mean, we celebrate it kind of for a week or so, but
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Pride is an entire month. Okay. All righty. That's great. Whatever. Deserves it. If you're proud of the way you have relations with other people in a sexual way, good for you. And I guess we can all celebrate that now too, right?
They want us to.
Well, we can't just celebrate. We must. I meant to say we must all celebrate it. Otherwise, we're haters. Meanwhile, at the White House, Gen Zer Harry Sisson posted this video from Joe Biden.
These are the kids that got paid and then denied getting paid. Even though it was obvious that they were getting paid to shill online, make it seem organic, that they just love Joe Biden. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they were there again. Here we go.
What's up, everybody? We're at the White House. I'm here with Chris. Beautiful day, beautiful event. And I just want to remind everybody, especially the Republicans, that Gen Z and the Democrats are going to make sure that Biden gets a second term and we hold on to this building in 2024.
Okay.
What is it with the kid in the background always hitting his bicep?
I don't know.
That's the bit.
Yeah.
That's the bit? Like,
that's
that's
the bit.
that's not just a tick?
Back there.
It
I
is
thought it was just a tick.
Stupid and irritating.
That Gen Z and the Democrats are going to make sure that Biden gets a second term. And we hold on to this building in 2024.
talking about. Jeez.
We're going to hold on to this building. Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Oh, man. And, why wouldn't you love an 80-year-old man who can't freaking speak? Why wouldn't you love him as 18 or 19-year-olds or whatever these two are?
I mean, especially after he's going to, be the PGA.
Yeah, he wants to be a PGA, right? Or did he say, I'm going to be a PGA?
Oh, by the way.
Let's see that. In fact, let's see that again just to remind you. Here's what Biden said just yesterday. He's going to be a PGA.
I plan on being a PGA.
Okay, plans on being
a PGA.
A PGA.
Plan on being a PGA.
By the way, you're that old man that you love so much, young people. Your student loan repayments are about to start back up. I think wasn't that part of the debt deal? If I'm not mistaken.
I believe it was.
So
that's great.
The base is going to be howling real soon.
Makes
and
you
then
proud,
you know what? They'll blame the Republicans. They'll say they held us hostage and all this stuff.
Every time we play those clips of our president, it makes you proud.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Makes you proud. You know what? It gives me pride.
Right. And what's not to love about this guy? He remembers his grandchildren when asked about him.
One granddaughter lives in Pennsylvania,
Arkansas,
in Philadelphia.
Arkansas.
One granddaughter lives in New York.
Arkansas.
One granddaughter lives in Washington. One granddaughter lives in Wilmington, Delaware. And the other grandsons, my grandson lives in California. So I left somebody out, didn't I?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
Philadelphia, Wilmington, and I did say 5. You're right.
Yeah.
So let me see. I got 1 in New York, 2 in Philadelphia, There's a 3. No, 3, because I got one granddaughter who is...
Oh, numbers are involved.
I know. It's amazing. You can't.
You're confusing me, but they're all around. And
They confused
my
you?
oldest granddaughter...
Okay, they confused him by asking how many grandkids he has. They confused him that way. Don't do that to him, kids. What's not to love about this guy? That
is just terrible.
Oh my gosh!
Just
wait. Hold on. That didn't match up, Pat. You said, "What's not to love about this guy?" Then you looked down, dejected. A big sigh came out. They didn't match up.
They didn't really.
I mean, this is how it went down.
That's weird.
You said, "What's not to love about this guy?" I don't understand. It doesn't quite compute.
And a few seconds later, now keep in mind, he had been to Ireland. He just got back from Ireland 2 days prior. And in that same discussion with kids, he said,
the last country I've traveled, I'm thinking what's the last one I was in. I've been to 89. I met with 89 heads of state so far.
Okay,
so
but that's not
the last place I was. It's hard to keep track.
Days before this,
2 days.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Ireland. That's where it was.
Yeah.
You know my schedule better than me.
How'd you know that?
How'd you know that when I didn't know that? Then I got back from Ireland.
How'd you know
that?
Ago.
I mean, that's unbelievable. Seriously, that's unbelievable.
Proud.
Proud. Yeah,
pride.
Proud.
Brings you pride.
Oh, man. Does it
That's
ever?
the president of the United States of America.
Ever bring you pride? It's so bad that, James Vanderbeek, who's one of these Hollywood elitists, I guess he was from Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
Remember that in the 90s?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even he is saying, okay, look, we got to get anybody but this 80-year-old senile old man. Thank you. At least somebody has noticed on the other side.
Well, and somebody has said it.
Yes.
Right? I mean, come on. You can't help but notice. Right? I mean, we are...
Somehow they do help noticing. Somehow they do. Somehow the Washington Post does. The New York Times does. They excuse it. They ignore it. And they continue to push the narrative that he's fine. What do you mean?
Don't worry
He's
about it.
fine.
Yeah, the goal isn't for the benefit of the country. It's for having an empty Marxist vessel in the Oval Office.
Well, they have that.
And that's all they care.
have that. They sure, right. It's exactly right.
They have that.
You've been following all the wildfires up in Canada?
Boy, it's rough.
I mean, I know they exist, and people.
You do? But you haven't followed
There's a thing called smoke coming from
What do you
the
mean
fires,
following?
right?
Do they have a Twitter account? What are you talking
They probably
about?
do. I should have actually set one up for them.
Apparently the smoke doesn't stop at the border. That's weird, isn't it?
Wait.
That's weird, yeah.
Well,
and so
we have an open border, so come on in.
So the eastern U.S. coast is their air quality a little bit wanting right now. And there it is. Look at that smoke.
Ooh.
Shoot.
Ooh.
New York City's apparently kind of engulfed in an orange haze.
Yeah, they have the worst air quality in the world as far as large cities today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is not good. I mean, it's light years ahead of, the worst places in Asia and stuff right now.
Stu Peters noticed something interesting about the fires in Quebec, specifically.
All of southeast Quebec just caught on fire, guys. All of it.
Look at this.
Insane.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Look at that. There's no fires.
The whole thing.
And then there's a ton of fires.
All at once.
How's that happen?
Today.
Pat, join us.
This is on top of Nova Scotia,
right? See?
New Jersey, and the entire western side of Canada burning.
Did you see? So there was nothing going on.
Nothing.
And then instantly, in the satellite view,
weird.
There's all these fires.
And so what's being alleged? What's the conclusion we draw from that?
That's being alleged that they were purposefully set.
Yeah.
All simultaneously. Now look, that's
terrorist attack or the Canadian government
DARPA. It was actually probably
DARPA.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's kind of weird.
It is weird. It's at least weird.
It is.
It is weird.
Yeah. Huh.
It is weird. I'm gonna have to. I want to know, and I will check into it now. I want to know what this would be the out. I mean, why would we do it?
Now, I'm sure there have been wildfires in Canada in the past.
Absolutely.
But in my 47 years on Earth, I've never heard about them. Now, am I living under a rock for Canadian wildfire news? Sure. But have you ever heard of especially in Quebec? I mean, it's not even out west in the Rockies.
No, I've never seen it before. I've never heard of it.
So strange.
Apparently, the air around Yankee Stadium last night was.
Oh gosh, yeah. Look at these videos.
Looked bad.
Look at that, man. It's like a socked-in, foggy mess. It's even more obvious when you show the skyline view from last night.
Let's see that. Let's see the skyline view of New York City.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah, you can really tell there.
Like I said, worse than the normal pollution hotspots in Asia.
Yeah. I mean, we're used to kind of seeing Los Angeles in a haze like that because of the California wildfires. I don't remember this ever happening to New York City from Canadian wildfires. That's weird.
Got to lock the border down, like you said.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. You guys keep your own smoke, okay? We don't want none of that.
Canadian smoke. Tastes like maple, though.
Does it?
Yeah, when you're outside. Yeah. That's the one benefit. I mean, it looks nasty out in New York, but it smells good.
Well, I don't know if you're aware.
I'm a fan of that.
Maple syrup.
Canada is a maple syrup superpower. They are the world's
You got to be known for something.
Superpower.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to mess with big syrup, man.
You don't.
That's actually a fact.
I know.
That's an actual thing.
Mm-hmm. And there's some people in Vermont that are trying to mess with it, but they're getting squashed.
Yeah. Tread lightly. Tread lightly.
You remember our friend's name from Vermont that did the syrup that was really good?
Josh.
Wonder how he's doing.
Sure.
If that's still going
He's
well.
doing fine, but he's under the radar. He's under the radar.
Yeah.
He sold it and made a lot of money. Chris,
Chris said. I interviewed him for At the Mic, and he did sell it, but he's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And Josh Parker, he has his hands in all sorts of things now. I mean, you got to watch this kid because he is he's doing
going
things.
Places.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you about Real Estate Agents I Trust. If you've ever bought or sold a house, you know it's really a stressful process. And right now, it is super stressful because you put your house up when the interest rates are what, 7% now, 6.5%, 7% or something, and so the market's not exactly on fire like Canada is. So you need a realtor to get you through this process. Is this a great time to sell your house? Is it a better time to buy one? Are you having to do both because you're relocating? Sometimes you got no choice because you're relocating. And so anyway, you need a great realtor who really knows the market, knows what people are looking for, knows whether or not you'll get the money out of, doing repairs and remodeling to your house. And will it pay off for you in the end, or should you just sell as is? It's a really simple process. You just go to realestateagentsitrust.com today. Provide us with some basic info, and then our team contacts you to give you an introduction to one of our preferred agents in your town. That easy, and it's free to you. Realestateagentsitrust.com. The name says it all. Realestateagentsitrust.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Lilbert 10 tweets, smells like one giant campground out here. Must be living on the East Coast, huh?
Yeah, where are you? You gotta put out here in fill in the blank.
Right. Chet Ubetcha? Chet Ubetcha tweets, is the right side of Biden's nose a reset button for the next question?
Yeah. Remember I asked last week, too. I think there's some kind of issue happening.
Well, as Chet points out, almost every time he says something, he rubs the right side of his nose. Interesting. Hadn't noticed that.
Maybe that's a signal that he knows that he's a dumbass, and so every time he says something,
well, he probably
just
I'm going to go with that.
Like that.
Rubs it raw.
Saving History tweets, isn't calling Jeffy thin more like slander?
Own it, baby.
Why would that be?
Why would that be slanderous? I think what he's saying is that you're not thin. In fact, he would seem to imply that you're overweight. So, yeah,
That's
that
what
would
I'm
be
taking.
the explanation.
That's
but
the
I could be
takeaway.
completely wrong.
No, that's the takeaway.
But that's my takeaway.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have a different one?
No.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm happy that you explained it to me.
And of course, I'm
happy that you fat-splained.
Right. Had I understood the meaning before, I wouldn't have read it because we don't tolerate fat shaming on this show,
No,
as you know.
we are a fat-affirming room.
Yes. I am well aware.
Yes.
Well aware of the line you've drawn.
Ouch. And I'm sure you appreciate it as well, right?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay. Dr. Peter McCullough was just, he was on the Jimspiracy podcast, okay, where Jamie Foxx's recent health issues became a topic of conversation.
Ooh.
It's been kind of interesting.
It has. It's been a very interesting.
Jamie Foxx was apparently very, very ill and near death.
Yeah.
In the hospital.
They were asking for prayers.
Yeah.
I mean, all out. Hey,
serious stuff going on.
What was the rumor, Jeffy, on that?
Well, they're saying that he had to get the vaccine. That the movie studios forced his hand to get the vaccine
because he apparently didn't want to.
Right,
is how the story goes.
And so then this was caused. This medical emergency, stroke, whatever all that he had was caused because of that.
Okay, so that's the setup for this clip here.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx, there's a picture of you and him. Okay, can you add some details? Because you said in the picture, you said, hoping you held strong the whole time. And you know what I'm talking about. What the hell was you talking about, Doc?
No, we had a personal conversation. I really want Jamie to come out and, I want him to tell America what happened. And I'm giving him an opportunity to tell the truth. It looked like Damar Hamlin did not tell the country the truth. Jamie's got an opportunity now. I'm told he's been in a hospital with a month with a complicated stroke. Tell you what, when I have a patient in the hospital with a stroke, they're in and out in a couple days. If someone's in for a month, it's a serious situation. Or they go to rehab, a young man. And let me tell you, Jamie Foxx, he's younger than I am. He's fit and strong. So I want him to come out. If he wants me to come on TV with him and help go through this, I will. But that's up to him. Sooner or later, these public figures, Jim, are going to have to tell the public the truth.
Yep.
We've had so many people, Justin Bieber and his wife and Marvin Hagler and the CNN legal correspondent.
Yes.
You can go on and on and on and on. And until they come out and tell the truth, more people will be hurt. It's up to them. I've been very clear and truthful with America. People know that. I've testified in the Senate, multiple state senates. I've been as very clear. But it's time for the public figures to come out and tell the truth.
Where was this picture with you and Jamie taken at, if I may ask?
We were at a Cowboys game.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that'll do it every time.
That's good stuff. All right. So apparently they knew each other, or at least were in the same place for a photograph.
Yeah.
That's
now his daughter claims that he's home. She said enough with his daughter claimed that he's fine. He was playing pickleball. She did a post that said he was playing pickleball. And I'd like to say, okay, well, why haven't we seen a picture of him playing pickleball? Why isn't there an Instagram post or a video out there saying, "Oh, here's Jamie. He's doing fine. He's rehabbing fine. He's playing pickleball."
Hang on.
We have not had that as far as I know.
Yeah. No, and this is going to be interesting to see if we do hear from Jamie himself. Once he gets to the point where if he wants to talk about it. But I don't want to gloss over something in the middle of that clip. Can we go back to this headline? Justin Bieber, facial paralysis is punishment for exposing Illuminati pedophilia? Now that seems like we're going to need to follow up on that one.
Wait, what? I didn't read that headline before.
We're going to need to get some more deets on that story.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the allegation from the doctor seemed to be that the paralysis was from
the vaccine.
Was from the vaccine.
Which a lot of people were thinking early on and never heard a follow-up on that. So, I mean, interesting.
Oh, yeah. Look, we have stories all the time that people pass away and that, I mean, I talk about it on Chewing the Fat, which is a podcast you should subscribe to, by the way, where, they always mention, no cause of death listed now.
Right, yeah.
And, yesterday they had the one reality star pass away from a stroke at 62. Okay.
It could happen.
Right. Sure.
It could happen naturally.
Oh, sure.
It could.
Sure.
But maybe not. Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows?
Right.
They're not going to tell us, though. They're just not. Eventually, this stuff will come out, but probably not for some time.
When do we get the trials going?
Yeah.
I've been waiting for
it's
those.
Coming
and
really super soon.
Never a clock.
It's really super soon. All right. Let me tell you about an opportunity you have to save babies. The heart begins to form. The heart of a baby starts forming at conception. And at just 3 weeks, it's already beating. At 5 weeks, a baby's heartbeat can be heard on an ultrasound. And that's where Preborn steps in, rescuing 200 babies every day from abortion. And the way they do that is simply by providing the mother with a free ultrasound. That costs $28 to do. Man, is that the best $28 you could possibly spend?
Yeah.
Absolutely. By 6 weeks, the baby's eyes are forming. By 10, a baby can suck his or her thumb. So please help Preborn save these precious, vulnerable babies. All gifts are tax deductible. 100% of your gift goes towards saving the babies. To donate, just dial pound 250. Say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby. Or you could also donate securely at preborn.com/Pat. That's preborn.com/Pat. Help us if you can. Our goal with the Blaze this year is to save 70,000 of these babies before the end of the year. Preborn.com/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Elliot Page, big actor, actress, acting,
what's accurate anymore?
Acting person. I don't know. Clearly has had some sort of surgery.
Oh, yes.
Okay, because instead of breasts, now has pecs, right?
Correct.
And a six-pack, it looks like, which is really terrific. It's
Takes
great.
a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That. That's what
But
I have to tell you.
And if is there anybody who works out harder than you do?
No one supports
working
gym
out
and working out more.
and pecs and six-pack abs.
Yeah. So catch me up. This was this individual was a female. Ellen Page.
Yes, and we hate to dead name someone, but
thank you.
Yes, Ellen is the dead name.
Okay, so now
and there's
now
Elliot.
it's Elliot.
Now Elliot
and a dude.
Elliot. Ouch.
Okay.
I'll be right here. Elliot.
All right.
Okay, so. Yeah. But there's Elliot.
Looks good in a suit, I'll tell you.
Right?
I mean, that is...
Right? And you could...
What's wrong with the way he looks?
I said, look, what did I literally just said, looks good in a suit.
The tone in your voice.
What is it with... I don't understand.
Do we have the shirtless photo of Elliot? Yeah, there's Elliot.
Why are we blacking it out?
I don't know. There's not breasts there anymore.
We're such a confused society.
It's just a man picture.
The healing has come along nice. It looks great.
So now Elliot
has a book, right? Has a book that came out yesterday.
Yes.
Since the transformation, I don't think I've watched The Umbrella Academy, of which Elliot is a star now. So did they address the fact that person started out as female? So yes, okay, I'm being told yes in my ear. That person started out female on the show and is now male. And so they did address it. Interesting.
Did they teach you how to handle those curveballs in writer's school?
Man.
Oh.
That had to
That's
be
why they're on strike.
Weird, right? That has to be a little strange.
Okay,
a little difficult.
But the thing is that now again she is saying that she was attacked. And brought to the forefront some people yelling at her outside of a hotel in Hollywood.
It's another freaking hoax, and you know it.
Correct.
It's another one of these hoaxes.
Sure feels like it.
You can make the case.
Here's supposedly what was said.
All right.
Got the quotes.
This is from another actor, right? Another actor said this to her. Him, her.
Yeah. So
an A-list actor.
Yes. Who he refuses to name.
Right. So this A-list actor said, I'm going to effing gay bash you, and then use the other F word as in describing somebody who's homosexual.
Right.
The columnist wrote, quoting Page's book. Get out of here.
It is interesting.
No way did an
interesting
A-list actor say that to her.
That this happened, and we're getting press about it at the same time that the book is releasing.
Right, isn't it?
It is
That
interesting.
is interesting.
What's the
What a
other quote?
coincidence.
Isn't there another quote?
Yeah, there's another quote.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Let's see. Page then ran to a nearby convenience store where employees ushered the actor inside. From the other side of the door, the man allegedly yelled, "This is why I need a gun." What? Okay, what? To shoot through the door?
And of course, the convenience store employees have backed this up.
I'm looking forward to
100%.
this cross-examination.
No.
No, not that I
okay.
know of.
Oh, okay.
Certainly doesn't mention it in the story anyway.
It's BS. I mean, you just know it.
I like this.
This is the quote I think I'm waiting for here.
Let's see. I'm not sure if
the one I'm gonna show you that you've never dealt. Okay.
Oh no, seriously?
Is that not? You had the other quote there.
Okay, I don't have the other quote. I've got what people said online.
Okay, you can look those up while I look up.
Yeah, look up the other quote because yes, there is another outrageous quote. And people just don't do this.
No, they don't.
As a rule.
No.
And come on.
And if it were someone who was worthy of being mentioned, this A-lister, you'd mention it.
Right.
You'd say it.
Yeah. Get back at him or shut him up. Or expose them for the homophobe, transphobe they are.
Yes.
The hating bigot, the hate-mongering person who mongers in hate. Right?
You ready for this wonderful quote?
Yeah, give me the other quote.
Page recounts the time an unnamed A-list male actor told him, quote, "You aren't gay. That doesn't exist. You are just afraid of men." The unnamed actor then proceeded to threaten Page, "I'm going to blank you to make you realize you aren't gay."
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
End quote.
Right. Yes, because it's 1814,
right,
and that's how people still talk. Okay, shut up.
Right.
Well,
jeez. Online people were a little skeptical. One person wrote, the A-list actor was also overheard shouting, "This is MAGA country."
Good stuff.
Yeah, little Jussie Smollett nonsense. That's so great.
Oh, and by the way, though, gosh darn it, be sure to buy my book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
You know, I hate having to come on here and talk about these horrific things that have happened to me, but buy my book.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Yeah. A real man doesn't need constant affirmation the way trans men do, the person continued. A real man doesn't make things up for attention because he's the star of his own life. He leads, not follows. Elliot Page looks like a boy in his topless photo, but he still sounds like a woman he was born to be. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I don't know that he's had the 100% surgery, though, has he?
I don't know.
Top?
Yeah, obviously there's been the top
by
surgery,
my book,
but I don't know about the.
I'll tell you in the book.
Right.
All right.
Where
Chris Cruz in my ear, of course, knows everything about this. Just the top.
Yeah, okay,
just
that's
the
what
top.
I thought. Yeah, the bottom has not been done yet, so now you're just identifying still.
Still a hoo-ha, no noodle. Okay, whatever. Seems like that's an important part of the transition to me, but you know, whatever.
It
Who am
most
I?
definitely is.
So hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
So Elliot on top, Ellen on the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Apparently, he does not.
Does not
feel like a nut.
No. Okay.
Or two.
All right, now let's go to Reading, Pennsylvania, where a pride event was taking place, and Christian Damon Atkins started quoting the Bible. What hate. What despicable hatred. A police officer didn't care for that, and so the police officer did something about it. And I think we have video of it, too, right?
This is in Reading, yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Reading, Pennsylvania.
Let them have their day.
Let them have their day. Don't yell at them. You know who's cheering for us?
This is public property.
Public property. Right. Okay. Pause it for a second. If you're not watching this, there's like protesters on the other side of the street. He's across the street from them.
Yes.
And the cop is intervening here for some weird reason. Like, how often have you seen where Christians or conservatives are protesting and other people get right up in their faces and nobody ever does anything about
across
it?
The street.
They get shouted down. They have bullhorns screaming in their faces. They're threatened. They're beaten oftentimes, and nothing is ever done. But this guy had to be dealt with by police? All right, let's see the rest of this. It's atrocious.
God, it's not.
You're done. See, the guy's
on film. Can I give him my bag? All stuff's in.
Okay, so they took away a sign.
128.
A cop is cuffing him and arresting him.
Yep.
My gosh. Yeah, because it's not America anymore.
Yeah.
It's not America.
I'm a little hung up on the fact
I'm watching this.
that he didn't let him take his back. Now the backpack is cuffed in there too.
Oh yeah,
that's awkward.
Jeez.
Three cops.
I think they're going to do something about it now.
3 cops.
Yeah, the guy was so dangerous. He was reading the Bible.
They left the backpack hanging out.
They left the backpack.
Oh, they did.
That's aggravating as hell. There you go.
And the cheers.
My gosh.
So the officer said that he had he told stand on the street, not yell comments intended to disrupt the event. Less than a minute later, he resumed yelling derogatory comments to the people at the event.
Oh no! Oh,
was that not a free speech zone?
I guess not.
Shoot.
So, because I had already given him a warning, I immediately told him he was being arrested for disorderly conduct.
This guy needs to sue the city of Reading, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he wasn't even using a microphone or a bullhorn or anything. He was just using his voice.
Pathetic.
That is...
You know what it is now? It's North Korea now. It's North Korea.
I'm sure it seems like it from time to time, I'll tell you that.
In fact, we have kind of a similar story. A toddler was sentenced... Get this. A toddler sentenced to life imprisonment in North Korea after the child's family was found in possession of a Bible.
Well,
how far are we away from this?
Seriously.
Not that far. We're really not that far. The incident took place back in 2009, but it's been highlighted now in the State Department's new report on international religious freedom this month, citing data from Korea Future, a non-governmental organization documenting human rights in North Korea. One case involved the 2009 arrest of a family based on their religious practices and their possession of a Bible. The entire family, including a 2-year-old child, were given life sentences in political prison camps. Oh, my gosh.
Well.
So, okay, this guy, while he's probably not going to spend life in prison, the fact that he was arrested
at all
in the United States of America in Reading, Pennsylvania, for quoting the Bible and just yelling across the street. Jeez,
let them have their day.
I can't take it.
Let them have their day.
Let them have their day. Yeah. Yeah. Let them have their month.
Yeah.
Let them have their year.
Hang on a second.
Let them have it.
I think we have something in here.
I mean, we're taking Bibles away from kids already here in the U.S., right? We've taken God out of school a long time ago.
Right.
But
And have things gotten better, worse, or are they about the same since that time?
I'm going to answer your poll with, I don't know.
I don't know. All right.
Oh, I see this
Hard
thing
to
here.
tell.
Hang on here. It says Amendment 1. And then if you'll look here, it literally has an asterisk. You can zoom in on this, Joe. It'd be great. Check this out. You got a freedom of speech. It can't be abridged. But that asterisk right there, if you flip to the back, it says, unless someone you disagree with is attempting to have their day. I never. You never read the back of these things.
Failed to mention that before.
That's the problem with you people.
Never read the back.
You conservatives read what suits you and then just leave it there.
How about you take a look at the old asterisk from time to time? Okay?
How about doing that? How about taking a look at the good and plenty clause, too?
Yeah, don't I look the fool?
You sure do.
Shoot. I've never done that. I never looked at that.
I mean, holy cow, the family is paying for the sins of the father, right? I mean, that's one of the premises of the United States of America. We're not supposed to do that.
That's not supposed to be the case, but so much for that. And in Arizona, Katie Hobbs has rejected a bill that Republicans claim would have prevented another educator from shooting a pornographic movie or video in a public classroom. Senate Bill 1696 was filed earlier this year after a Lake Havasu City couple lost their jobs for allegedly making sexually explicit content on school grounds.
Oh, my goodness.
For the subscription platform, OnlyFans.
Okay, well, I mean, they were doing it on the school grounds. They weren't doing it in front of the kids or with the kids. So what? They were just,
you got to have a set.
They were just, thank you.
Or it's not believable.
They just borrowed the classroom after hours.
Weren't using it.
They're taxpayers, too.
So
thank you.
What?
It's so easy to make his arguments for it.
I know. The bill would have prohibited state entities from exposing minors to sexually explicit materials or using state facilities to film or facilitate sexually explicit
That makes
acts.
sense. It's a shame you have to have a law. You can't just have
It is a shame, isn't it?
decency in the community. But, so that made it through the legislature, huh?
In her veto letter, Hobbs said she agrees not all content is appropriate for minors, but she felt that SB 1696 was a poor way of addressing those concerns. Okay.
This is the duly elected Katie Hobbs, governor of Arizona?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Except for not duly elected, frankly, but whatever. State Senator Jake Hoffman, who's a Republican, said he found the governor's veto sickening and advocated for the implementing legal repercussions for misusing Arizona's classrooms.
Oh, gosh, man.
Nope. Sorry. It's fine. Go ahead and continue to make porn.
Yeah.
In the schools.
And then I'm sure they hose it down before the kids come into school the next day for the classes, right?
Well, as long as they do that, everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. I don't even want to hear about it anymore. Okay?
Thank you.
I do want to tell you about Jace Medical, though. Because, anything can happen. I think we've seen that lately. Right? We've seen shortages of all kinds of things. There's shortages of drugs right now, and there's no real supply chain issue, you would think. But what happens if there really is a break in the supply chain of medicine? It's not going to be good. People will suffer.
No kidding.
People will suffer. So here's what you can do. Go to Jace Medical and get their 5-pack, their pack of 5 different courses of antibiotics that you can use to treat a long list of bacterial illnesses. Things like UTIs, respiratory infections, sinusitis, skin infections, lots more. It's a great way to be ready for a shortage if something develops, and it's perfect for traveling, too. Don't get caught unprepared. Go to jacemedical.com. Enter the promo code PAT at checkout. That's promo code PAT at jacemedical.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Also in schools, this time in Canada, a teacher in Edmonton was recorded telling Muslim students off because they had just skipped school to avoid LGBTQIA2 plus pride events.
Oh, that can't happen.
No. How
that is
dare
not
you?
allowed.
How dare you skip a pride event at school.
Who do you think you are?
Ha! So fortunately, they got told off.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And it went a little something
like
this.
One of the kids was recording the audio here.
Well, I'll tell you, you were out to lunch. If you think it's acceptable to not show up because you think there's some pride activities going on at school, right?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Right.
You know, because I'm going to show my opinion by hanging out at the mall. But meanwhile,
the mall? They have a mall?
All of those kids who are, involved in, say, the Gay Street Alliance or whatever, I don't even know if we have that anymore in our school. They're here when we did Ramadan for Lion Time, and they're showing respect in the class for your religion, right? For your beliefs. It goes two ways. If you want to be respected for who you are, if you don't want to suffer prejudice for your religion, your color of skin, your whatever, then you better give it back to people who are different from you.
Whoa.
That's how it works. It's an exchange.
Is it? Though? Is it?
And it isn't like that in all countries. As I told you, in Uganda, literally, if they think you're gay, they will execute you. If you believe that kind of thing, then you don't belong here. Because that is not what Canada believes. We believe in freedom. We believe that people can marry
pause it for a sec.
they
Wait, you believe in freedom, but not their freedom not to participate?
Yeah, and tell that to the truckers.
Yeah, right.
Come on now, Canada.
You believe in freedom, my anus. Shut
And
up.
by the
You
way-
believe in freedom. Listen to yourself, you dummy.
That's an interesting analogy for this topic. But the teacher there, she's talking about the Gay Straight. I don't even know if we have the Gay Straight Alliance in this school. Wow, you're really invested in the gay community there in your school.
And what Muslim activities are the rest of the students in the school required to attend? Do you have Ramadan activities the entire month of Ramadan? Because that goes on for a month. So are you celebrating Ramadan up there in Canada? My guess is no. Nor would anybody want you to necessarily, right? But you're not, and she's scolding these kids for not being a part of the gay activities during Pride Month. God, how did this happen to us? How did we get here?
We're insane. We're collectively insane.
We are. We absolutely are. And in Canada, was this yesterday? Justin Trudeau was trying to have a nice little moment with the LGBTQIA2+ community.
Yeah, he says it different, though. Remember, we played at his town hall. I forget how he worded it, and it's easy enough to find out. But he does it. It's LGBTQ2+ or something like that, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's LGBTQ.
Wow, he's leaving out a lot of people.
I know.
He is not inclusive.
What a hateful...
You know, we go out of our way to try to include...
Thank you.
All of their letters. The entire alphabet soup that is that community.
Yes.
But he doesn't.
No, he does
listened to
not.
him yesterday, too. He can't even get through what he does have.
I will never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2+.
Yeah, LGBTQ2+.
Kids' rights.
Will you apologize for not being able to say it, though?
Smooth, bro. Smooth.
He'll never apologize for standing up for him.
But
you need to apologize for not being able to say it. You really do.
I will never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2+.
Awesome.
Kids' rights.
That is awesome.
Does he have a stuttering thing too?
No.
Are we supposed to not make fun
And by
of
the
this?
way, I know that the acronym is now 25 letters long.
Yeah.
But man, he picked the one letter that's not in there. He went with D. Sorry, dude. You lose. You lose.
Yeah, he throws in the 2+. And I will say, I'm glad to see that Canada, I guess because of the wildfires, were wearing masks.
I'm
at
sure
this
that's
event,
what it
right?
was. I'm sure it had nothing to do with COVID hysteria. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what part of Canada he was in for that little thing. By the way,
he was in wildfire.
Speaking of the wildfires, you know they have like the air quality index, and I think if it's 150, that's considered like really bad, right? I just saw a graphic flash up on the screen there. It's Niles, New York. and they had 294 was their air quality today.
All those cities in New York were over 200.
Good.
Dang, that's not good.
Y'all be safe. Ugh, this would be a time to actually have an N95 mask.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, for the wildfire.
I hope all the windmills they've invested in just keep blowing that smoke out of there.
Right, and right to the east coast of the United States. That's perfect.
Wait, no.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? That'd be great.
Boy, what are you going to do with the rest of your day, gentlemen? Are you going to go out there and celebrate the Doug Bergamentum? Wait, what was it called? You call it
Bergamentum?
Yeah, Doug Bergamentum.
Bergamentum. Yeah, because that's exciting.
It is exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very, very.
Because look,
and Pence has announced his thing via. Oh, he's up to 4%.
4%.
Now.
Chris Christie 1%. And look,
Doug Burgum at 1%. No
That's
way.
A lot.
No way
Does he
Pence
have
has 4% either. There's no way. No.
Well, I've seen Pence as high as 7, but so it would make sense that it's down to 4.
As high as 7. Listen to you. Woo!
As high as 7 before he announced.
Man.
Oh yeah. Now he's gonna have Pence-mentum.
All right, we'll see you on Overtime, and of course, back here tomorrow.
This is Pat Gray.